Duck and Goose. Goose Needs a Hug by Tad Hills. I'm feeling sad. I think I need... Wait, we know what will cheer you up. Let's play hide and seek. No, thank you. I just need... A game of tag? You're it? No, I really need... To stand on your head? That's always fun. No, I really need... To splash in puddles? No, I very badly need... A happy song? No, I need... What, Goose? A hug. Well, why didn't you say so? The end. Goldilocks and the Three Bears by Heather Amory and Stephen Cartwright. The three bears live in a wood. There's great big father bear, there's middle-sized mother bear, and there's tiny wee baby bear. Mother bear fills 3 bowls with porridge, but it's too hot to eat. We'll go for a walk while it cools, says Father Bear, and they go out of the cottage. Along comes a naughty girl called Goldilocks. She peeps through the cottage window. She sees there's no one at home. She opens the door and looks in. She sees the bowls of porridge. She tries them all. That one's too hot, she says. That one's too cold. This one is just right, and she eats it all up. Goldilocks feels sleepy. She sits on Father Bear's chair. That's too hard, she says. That's too soft, she says, trying Mother Bear's chair. She sits on Baby Bear's chair. This is just right, she says, and goes to sleep. There's a crack. The chair breaks and she falls on the floor. Goldilocks goes into the bedroom. She lies on Father Bear's bed. That's too high, she says. She tries Mother Bear's bed. That's too low, she says. She lies on Baby Bear's bed. This is just right, she says. Soon she is fast asleep. She doesn't hear the 3 bears come into the cottage. The bears want their breakfast. Father Bear says, "Who's been eating my porridge?" Mother Bear says, "Who's been eating my porridge?" Baby Bear looks at his bowl. "Who's been eating my porridge? And they've eaten it all up," he says, and he starts to cry big tears. "Someone's been in here," says Father Bear. He looks around the room. Then he looks at his chair. "Who's been sitting in my chair?" he says. Mother Bear looks at her chair. "Who's been sitting in my chair?" she says. "Who's been sitting in my chair and broken it?" says Baby Bear. The 3 bears go into the bedroom. "Who's been sleeping in my bed?" says Father Bear. "Who's been sleeping in my bed?" says Mother Bear. Baby Bear looks at his bed. "Who's been sleeping in my bed?" he says. And look, she's still in it. Goldilocks wakes up, very scared. Goldilocks jumps out of the bed. She jumps out of the window and runs home to her mother. The 3 bears never ever see her again. The end. The Hat by Jan Brett. Winter was on the way. Lisa took her woolen clothes out of the chest and carried them outside. She was hanging them up in the fresh air when a strong wind blew one of her stockings off the line. Curious Hedgie found it and poked his nose in. When he pulled it out, the stocking was stuck on his prickles. How embarrassing, Hedgie thought. The mother hen came by with her chicks. Cackle, cackle, she clucked and laughed. What's that on your head, Hedgie? Why, it's my new hat, he told her. Isn't it beautiful? The mother hen cocked her head as if she had an idea, and off she ran. Hedgie saw the noisy gander looking down at him. Honk, honk, ho, 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 the gander laughed. Look at that, the hedgehog has flipped his gizzard. Laugh today, gander, but tomorrow when it rains, my hat will keep me dry. The gander thought for a moment, and off he ran. The barn cat was watching from a tree as Hedgie tugged at the stocking. Meow, he called down. What a silly-looking hedgehog you are, with that thing on your head. But my ears will be warm in a snowstorm. Purred the cat, and off he ran. The farm dog and her puppies found Hedgie in a patch of brambles. Hedgie, is that a hat you're wearing? How funny you look! She barked, and her puppies yelped and giggled. But I'll be cozy and dry when it snows, Hedgie said. The farm dog's ears perked up, and off she ran. Oink, oink, the piglets squealed. What are you up to, Hedgie? The mama pig asked. Making sure my hat doesn't fall off if an icy wind blows up. I see, said the mama pig, and off she ran. Hedgie, what is that ridiculous thing on your head? The pony snorted at Hedgie. That was the last straw. It's my hat, of course. Don't you know that everyone should wear a hat in winter when it's cold and snowy? Hedgie shouted. The pony looked startled. Hedgie was usually so friendly, and off he ran. Hedgie just wanted to be alone. He was tired of everyone laughing at him, and with this thing on his head, he wouldn't even fit in his den. He didn't see Lisa running after him, the other stocking in her hand. Come back, you silly hedgehog, she called. Oh no, Hedgie thought, even the girl is laughing at me. Lisa caught up and pulled her stocking off Hedgie's head. You ridiculous little hedgehog, she laughed. Don't you know that animals don't wear clothes? Hedgie headed for his den, and Lisa started back toward the clothesline. That's when she saw all of her missing woolens. The animals had taken them, and each one was thinking, now I am wearing a magnificent hat. Lisa was still chasing them when Hedgie reached his den. How ridiculous they look! Don't they know that animals should never wear clothes? The end. Where is Baby? By Catherine O'Galbraith. Where is Baby? Beneath the blanket? Under the table? Behind the chair? In the hallway? Up the stairs? Some babies are found in unusual places. Baby deer disappear in dappled spring sunlight. Baby rabbits freeze in the tall meadow grass. Baby robins hunch down and don't make a peep. Baby leopards scramble up high in the trees. Baby river otters duck and dive without a splash. Baby polar bears vanish in the snow. Baby elephants fade behind a forest of legs. Baby prairie dogs pop down in their holes. Baby wolves dash into their dens. Baby bats hang by the hundreds in quiet, dark caves. Baby ostriches crouch with their heads pressed to the ground. But all babies, no matter where they are, over, under, up or down, never need to worry. Mama knows just where to find them. The end. How to Brush Your Teeth with Snappy Croc by Jane Clark and Georgie Burkett. Little Croc's been crunching, snip, snap, snip. It's time to help her clean her teeth. Watch out, she can nip. Find the yummy gummy toothpaste. Take off the cap. Now she's clamped her jaws shut. Snap, snip, snap. Explain that every crocodile needs a nice white smile, and even dragons clean their fangs once in a long while. Help her hold her toothbrush and give the paste a squeeze. Will she squidge it on her nose, her elbow, tail, or knees? Show her how to brush her teeth. Up, down, up, down, up, down. In and out and round about. Move that brush around. Don't swallow all the toothpaste. Rinse, rinse, spit. Help her reach the sink. Watch out for spitty bits. Tell her that you're proud of your little crocodile. Look in the mirror. Smile, smile, smile. The end. How to Tuck in Your Sleepy Lion by Jane Clark and Georgie Burkett. Tired little lion doesn't want to go to bed. He's had a bath and cleaned his teeth and wants to play instead. Dress him in his PJs, and when he starts to wriggle, do a happy bedtime dance. Wriggle, giggle, squiggle. Scoop up your little lion and carry him to bed. Give him a huggly cuddle. Don't forget his Ted. Share his favorite storybook, The Lion's in His Den. Little lion's settling down. Let's read it again. Talk to him in whispers. Sing him lullabies. Rock-a-bye your lion cub. Will he close his eyes? Drowsy little lion, yawn, yawn, yawn. Tuck in his tail so he's snuggly and warm. Kiss him good night on each furry ear and paw. Sweet dreams, little lion. Snore, snore, snore. The end. On the Moon by Anna Milbourne. Look, there's the moon. It's very far away. Did you know people have actually been there? If you went to the moon, you'd be an astronaut. You'd go in a huge rocket. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift off! You'd sit at the top of the rocket with other astronauts. Just imagine. The rocket flies into space. It's dark, and there are stars all around. Zoom! It takes 3 days to fly to the moon. You climb into a little spaceship, and down, down, down it goes. It lands gently on the moon. You need to put on a spacesuit to go outside. Pull on some gloves, and don't forget your helmet. The moon is quiet, empty, and very, very dusty. There are huge mountains and big holes called craters, and nobody lives there at all. You feel light and floaty on the moon. You can bounce. Boing, boing. You can jump much further than you can at home. You can drive around in a space buggy to explore. Brrr. You can take a photo of your trip. Click. And you can even collect some moon rocks to show everyone at home. There's the Earth, where we live. It looks tiny from the moon because it's so far away. Time to blast off for home. The moon is empty again, apart from the buggy, a flag, and footprints in the dust. What a wonderful journey! Night, night, moon. The end. The Best Mouse Cookie by Laura Numeroff. Mouse has everything he needs to make cookies. He adds flour, salt, and a little music. Mouse thinks baking is easy. Sometimes. The bigger the drop, the louder the plop. Now Mouse needs a little nap. He makes himself comfortable. A little too comfortable. Oh well, Mouse doesn't mind starting over. There's no such thing as too many cookies. But the best cookie is the one you share with a friend. Just ask Mouse. The end. Bunny's New Shoes by Stephanie Colmanson. One morning, while Maxine was dressing, she said, "Look at my feet, Mommy." "They are very nice feet," Maxine's mommy said. "Now why don't you put your shoes on them?" "Because my toes have something to tell you," said Maxine. Maxine wiggled her toes wildly. "Would you ask your toes to speak a little louder?" asked Mrs. Rabbit. "We need new shoes," said Maxine in her best wiggly toes voice. "Well, Toes, I can see you have been squeezing into the shoes you have," said Mrs. Rabbit. "So right after breakfast we'll go shopping for new ones." "Hooray!" cried Maxine's toes. While her mommy was dressing, Maxine watched her favorite TV program, The Spunky Spaniel Show. Maxine sang along with Spunky. She knew every word of his song by heart. All the way to the shoe store, Maxine looked down at feet. Red shoes, green shoes, white shoes, blue shoes. Wait till they see my shoes, she thought. Then she asked, "Mommy, may I pick out the color of my new shoes?" "I don't see why not," says Mrs. Rabbit. When they got to the store, Mr. Muskrat greeted them warmly. "Hi, Mr. Muskrat," said Maxine. "My feet got bigger, so I need new shoes." Mr. Muskrat bent down to feel Maxine's toes. They wiggled and wiggled inside her shoes. "Yes, these feet have grown," said Mr. Muskrat. "Let's see what size they are." Maxine stepped onto the measuring stick. "Can you read the number for me, Maxine?" asked Mr. Muskrat. "6," said Maxine. "Well, almost." "Now your other foot," said Mr. Muskrat. "6 again," said Maxine. "I'll see what we have in your size," Mr. Muskrat said. Maxine sang the Spunky Spaniel song while she waited. "Hello, everybody, look at me. I'm as spunky can be. My hat is pink, I have one red shoe, but isn't it funny, the other one's blue?" While she sang, she did a little dance. "Here they are," said Mr. Muskrat. "Red shoes, size 6. Mr. Muskrat put one red shoe on Maxine's foot. But before he could put the other shoe on, Maxine said, "Now I need a blue one." "Shoes come in pairs," said Mr. Muskrat, "and both shoes in a pair are the same color." "But Spunky Spaniel has one red shoe and one blue shoe," said Maxine. "I don't know who Spunky Spaniel is," said Mr. Muskrat, "but he didn't buy his shoes from me." "I know you wanted to pick the color," said Mrs. Rabbit, "but you'll have to choose just one." While Maxine was deciding, her friend Arthur came into the store. He was singing the Spunky Spaniel song, too. "Hi, Arthur," said Maxine. "What color shoes are you getting?" "I'm getting one red shoe and one blue," said Arthur, "just like Spunky Spaniel. You can't do that because shoes come in pairs," Maxine explained. Then she got an idea. "Find out what size shoe you wear," she whispered to Arthur. Arthur had his feet measured. "I wear size 6, he said. "Hooray," said Maxine. "Now if you get blue shoes and I get red, we can share sometimes." "That's a great idea," said Arthur. "I don't think that's going to work, Maxine," said Mr. Muskrat. "You see, Arthur wears alligator size 6 and you wear rabbit size 6. They are very different sizes." So Arthur took blue shoes and Maxine took red. "I wanted to be spunky," said Maxine sadly. "Me too," said Arthur. Maxine and Arthur were starting out of the store when Mr. Muskrat called them back. "You forgot your gifts," he said. He handed them each a balloon with a small bag tied to the bottom. "Thank you," said Maxine and Arthur. When they opened their bags, they both got the same idea. After a quick switch, Arthur said, "We didn't get to pick the shoes we wanted." "But these laces are spunky," said Maxine, and they danced all the way home, as spunky can be. The end. When I Was Little by Jamie Lee Curtis. When I was little, I was a baby. When I was little, I cried a lot. Now I use words. No. When I was little, I didn't know I was a girl. My mom told me. When I was little, I had silly hair. Now I can wear it in a ponytail or braids or pigtails or a pom-pom. When I was little, I didn't get to eat Captain Crunch or paint my toenails bubblegum pink. When I was little, I spilled a lot. My mom said I was a handful. Now I'm helpful. When I was little, I rode in a baby car seat. Now I ride like a grown-up and wave at policemen. When I was little, I went to Mommy and Me. Now I go to nursery school And I have teachers and cubbies and nap time and secrets. When I was little, I didn't understand timeouts. Now I do, but I don't like them. When I was little, I made up words like Scoopy-Loo. Now I make up songs. When I was little, I swam in the pool with boys. I still do, but now we wear bathing suits, but we don't wear floaties. When I was little, the slide at the park was so big. Now it's smaller, but I still like my granny to wait at the bottom for me. When I was little, I ate goo and yucky stuff. Now I eat pizza and noodles and fruit and Cheetos. When I was little, I had 2 teeth. Now I have lots and I know how to brush them. When I was little, I slept in a zoo. Now I sleep in a big bed and I get to play monkey. When I was little, I kissed my mom and dad goodnight every night. I still do, but only after they each read me a book and we play tickle torture. When I was little, I didn't know what a family was. When I was little, I didn't know what dreams were. When I was little, I didn't know who I was. Now I do. The end. When I'm Sleepy by Jane R. Howard. When I'm sleepy, sometimes I wish I could curl up in a basket or fall asleep in a downy nest. When I'm sleepy and I stretch and I yawn, I wonder how it would be to sleep in a swamp. Or a hollow log, or crawl into a cozy cave and sleep all winter. When I'm sleepy and my eyelids feel heavy, I wonder how it would be to sleep standing up. Or high on a rocky mountain ledge. Or hanging upside down. Or perched on the branch of a tree. When I'm so sleepy that I just keep yawning and yawning, I'm glad I don't have to sleep where it's freezing cold. When I'm sleepy and my eyelids get so heavy I can hardly hold them open, I'm glad I don't have to sleep underwater. Or where it's hot and dry. When I'm sleepy and my eyelids keep falling shut, I'm so glad I can go to sleep in my very own bed, under my own warm blanket, with my head on my own soft pillow. The end.